Hey everyone, welcome to Tuesday Night Live. I'm always so excited to be here. So, thank you so much for joining me on Tuesdays. So, I talked about this a little bit last week and a couple of times throughout the week. So, we're going to talk about real quick the driverrights.org. If you guys haven't checked it out, I'm going to put it is in the description, I should say, of this video, and I'll also pin it to the comment section as well. So DoorDash has been taking a lot of measures lately, including hiring a ton more people, so that way we really aren't seeing the transparency of DoorDash or anything like that. So thank you, Mr. Flex. I really appreciate it. Hi, how are you? So Para has kind of shifted their focus, I should say, to driverrights.org. So if you guys can do me a favor, go check it out. It is free. It doesn't cost anything. It's not a union. It's not asking for money. And it's not like a strike movement, like we're going on strike. It literally is, Para is fighting for the rights of drivers, and they created a website just for that. So that way, their goal is fighting for us, so we can see full transparency from pay, miles, where we're going, picking up, dropping off, and their movement is pretty spectacular. And then also at 7 p.m. Eastern time, I should say, an hour before my live is, Rideshare Rodeo Steve is also doing a Para roundtable for like the next couple of weeks, and each week is a different topic. So you guys hopefully can check it out before this live every Tuesday. The only difference is next week, because of Labor Day, will be a little different for them, but I will still be here next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Even without with Labor Day. I can't believe we're here at Labor Day. How did the summer just completely fly by? How did that happen? I feel like I blinked my eye and it was Memorial Day, and blink it again, and all of a sudden we're at Labor Day as well. So okay, so hey Lala, how are you? What's up, Mr. Flex? Hey Thomas, how are you? Lee, what's going on? Red Speedy Gonzalez, what's up? Josh B, Charlene, what's going on? Damien, how are you? DoorDash Revolution, what's going on? Hey Anthony, how are you? Hey Gary, what's up? Hey Tony, how's it going? Did I miss anybody? Hey Rodney, how are you? And I think, hey Bob, that's who I met. Hey Bob, what's going on? So thank you so much, guys, for being here today. So I feel like we have a lot to talk about. So especially my week. I feel like I always recap my week, and so I feel like we have lots to talk about tonight. And we're going to get into it in just a little bit. Okay, so the biggest news, and I will take any questions that you guys have for me today regarding DoorDash, because that's what we're really going to talk about tonight. So the biggest news for me this week is I completed 100 DoorDash deliveries, and I am right now sitting at 99% acceptance rate. It was a journey, that I can tell you. I've been questioned. I feel like I've been denounced for doing this. Even I think I'm a little on the crazy side for doing this, but it's I'll go into the reasons why I didn't. I went into a little bit of this last week, but so my goal really was to get to 100% And as of Monday, I forget what I was sitting at, I think like 95 or 96%. And like, today's going to be the day I'm going to get to 100%. And I had, I think, 8 more deliveries to go for the day. And I'm like, okay, I can do this today. I can get this 100%. So I went into it. I was all like psyched and ready to go. And I got to delivery number 100 and I'm still sitting at 99%. I'm like, what the heck, man? So I went to, just for prosperity, I went to delivery like 102 or 103. And it was still 99%. So I called DoorDash because I'm like, man, why am I not moving? I understood the 99% for completion rate because during this process, I did take an order and I got rid of it because it was something that was like absolutely ridiculous. And I'm like, no, I can't. I cannot do this order in like my good conscience. So I knew the one completion rate that I did drop. So I called DoorDash. And of course, I got, the whole, spiel going back and forth, and you're on the right track. And, you get those good old go at it. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. I feel like I just put like my everything into these 100 deliveries and I'm at 99%. So they went back through my history. And at 10 o'clock that morning, they sent me an order and they have record that it did not go through my phone. I must have been in a no service area and it counted as a delivery that was not taken. Therefore, it hit my acceptance rate. I was so mad. I was beyond. And I'm like, okay, well, you know what, 99, I can't be mad at 99%. And, I think you guys know me by now. When I give, I give my all to everything when, I go after these things, and this was no different. I'm like, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this 100%. And I'm like, God darn DoorDash. I'm like, I feel like there was like a roadblock as I was going, like contract violation. And then I get to my 100 deliveries and, oh yeah, we'll send you an order. We know it doesn't go to your phone, but it'll still count against your acceptance rate. And if you guys don't know this, there was nobody according to DoorDash, there's nobody in the DoorDash world that will change any metrics that you have, including an order that never got pinged to my phone, but they have record that it went there. Really, I was not a happy camper. That's the only thing I can really say. And I didn't put it in the video because I feel like I was still too mad about it at the time. But I'm thinking, what am I really splitting hairs about? I'm like 99%. Really, that's what I'm splitting hairs about. It is what it is. And, Gary, I just saw your comment. Yeah, I would need to do 100 and another 100 deliveries because I think I was at like 98 in order to get to that 100%. So, yeah, Flex, their system is definitely broken, but I feel like I knew that going into this. I'm like, I know that they were going to do something to mess it up. Like I knew it. So here I am, hopefully come Thursday. I don't know if it's Thursday or Friday. Hopefully I will get that email that says you're a top dasher and I guess let the experiment begin. So, I got asked a lot of questions, this week. Was it profitable? No, it wasn't profitable. I'm not going to even sit here and sugarcoat it. Yeah, I did 101 for good measure. I did 102 to be exact. Oh, so mad. So was it profitable? Absolutely not. It was not profitable. Especially on, I'll say just on DoorDash alone, it wasn't profitable. The way that but did I continue to make money? Absolutely. I still had my goals every single day. I did not relent on that. Like I still went out and still hit my goal every single day. It's just that when I worked DoorDash, I just worked DoorDash, but the rest of the time I was still multi-apping on my other apps, and I used every app in my arsenal I possibly could. Oh, Thomas, thank you so much, DoorDash. You have Ron Kim, have a Dr. Pepper. Thank you, Thomas. I really appreciate it. So I still made my goals. I used every app that I could to make up for DoorDash not being the profitable one in my mix. And, that was a challenge all in itself. Just because DoorDash is like, not that it's my number one money producer, but it is the most, the one that actually gives me the most amount of orders. So that was a complete challenge all in itself. Steve, how much less did you make, Kim, compared to when you work it the way you usually do? I personally did not lose money per se, just because I was using the other apps. I overcompensated for the money I was losing on DoorDash with Spark, with Uber Eats, with Grubhub, some Shipt kind of mixed in there. So I feel like I didn't lose a beat. It's just I lost a beat with DoorDash, or I should say DoorDash maybe beat me a little bit through the process. And from, did I waste miles? Absolutely. Did I, put more gas in my car? Absolutely. To say this process was easy, no, it's not easy. The thing with this whole process is I had to change my mindset. Everything that I believed in, everything that I thought of, I literally had to take it and throw it out of my mind. Yeah, in order to do this. Did it make me mad? I had some days I was so frustrated, and I call it like a mental challenge, because I feel like it messes with you a little mentally wise too, because you're so programmed. I'm not going to take this order. Why would I take this order? It's a crap order. Like, you're so, at least for me, I was so mentally here that I'm like, why would I take this order? I literally had to turn it off and literally go into I had to go into take every order mode at that point. At that point, I was challenging myself. I think that's what it actually ends up being. If I had to guess, I probably lost 30% more money just on DoorDash. But like I said, I was still reaching $200 days, but normally I would be like 230, 240. So if I had to guess throughout a week, I was probably losing $200 to $300-ish, just based off of, I'm still making my goal. I'm just not going up and beyond my goals that I normally would have done regularly. Oh, thank you, Lee. I really appreciate it. How is Grubhub in the area? For me, it tends to be the feast or famine. So Grubhub for me, I have a love-hate relationship with Grubhub, I have to tell you. I had some days where it's good and I have a fantastic Grubhub day, and I'm kind of like you with your feast or famine, and I some days that it's not. I really use it as my third app. I kind of wait for those really good orders to come through and really give me those good Grubhub orders, and that's usually what I use Grubhub for. So anyway, so that's, I'm trying to think of some of the questions that I was getting this week. Like I said, I met my financial goals, but profit, not so much, when it came to miles and gas that I really did through this whole entire journey. Everyone knows that I'm a multi-apper. So the whole entire thing is I was just losing on DoorDash. I wasn't losing on the other apps as well. So like I said, it was interesting enough that, how do you just work Uber Eats and Grubhub? Because Uber Eats and Grubhub aren't my number 1 and 2 apps. They're my number 2 and 3 apps. So how do I just use those without DoorDash? Because DoorDash is my busiest app, and I had to also learn how to work just those 2 apps on the times that DoorDash wasn't, I didn't have DoorDash to work because I had already worked DoorDash either in the morning or I took 5 orders in a row, and I didn't want to risk, missing an order because I was working Uber Eats and Grubhub. So, it really was a different way of me multi-apping. I threw Spark in there because I knew that, I knew that it was going to give me some chunks of change onto my day. So I used that as well. So those are that's what that's been my past week and a half, 2 weeks, through this process. Hold on for 1 second. So yeah, Spark came into my mix, I think, at a really good time. Hey, Gig Life, how are you? Hey, Kim, saw you're online, wanted to say multi-apping queen, keep pushing. Thanks so much, Gig App, I really appreciate it. So I am open to questions that you guys have, but I can't believe it is here. The reason, my main reason, actually I have a couple reasons why I did that. And I think that I think that is a lot of the questions I have gotten this week is, why the heck are you doing this? You make enough money, you're multi-app, why would you even contemplate doing this? So a couple of things is, I've always wanted to be Top Dash. I started doing Top Dasher a year ago and I stopped it. I didn't think it was obtainable for me, especially multi-apping. But I always say, and I'm a believer in this as a YouTuber, how can I say the Top Dasher program is fantastic? I don't know, never been Top Dasher. How can I say it's horrible? It's the worst thing ever. I don't know. I've never been Top Dasher. I feel like I can't cheer for it. I feel like I can't denounce it and say it's the most horrible thing ever because I've never been Top Dasher. I guess there's a lot of us talking about Top Dasher, and I'm not gonna lie, that's really what sparked my interest. I really wanted to kind of test out, call it my own experiment. I don't know whether experiment is the right word, but I'll use it for lack of a better word. Call it my own experiment. As a multi-apper, I really want to say, or I should say, see, can I make more money as a Top Dasher? That's the burning question. That's the real reason why I'm doing this. I'm all about going out, setting goals, aspiring people to do the same thing, go out, make your money however you want to do it. So I really want to see, with multi-apping, is this going to add more money onto my day, onto my week? I am going to cherry pick the crap out of DoorDash. I think I earn it at this point. I'm going to cherry pick the crap out of DoorDash once I get that Top Dasher email saying you are a Top Dasher. So it should be an interesting an interesting month. That's the only thing I can say. But you know what? You guys are going to come along with me for the journey. You're going to see what payouts are going to come in. You guys are going to see if they're good, they're bad. Am I making more money? Am I not making more money? I don't know, but I'm kind of excited. I'm excited to find out. Sorry, I had to laugh at this. It's funny, Lisa. Tim's trying to be a DoorDash scientist. You know, piecing it together and multi-apping, it could be a form of science. I don't know whether I'll have it down pat, but, you know, I'm sure willing to give it an old college try. And, you know, like I said, I am a type of person, I'm like, DoorDash is not going to defeat. I feel like through this process, like I felt like DoorDash is not going to defeat me. DoorDash is not going to defeat me. And gosh darn it, DoorDash, you're not going to defeat me. That's what I just like kept saying to myself. Telling you, it's a mental game. They're playing with me mentally wise. But I wasn't going to let DoorDash defeat me. And like I said, when I give it my all, I give it my all. And I gave it my all. So I can't wait for us to see what experiment this comes. Kim, your decision was 100% correct. Don't let anyone tell you. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you so much, DoorDash, Beck. I really appreciate it. Here we go. Hold on.
Hello, what's up, Kimmy?
What's going on? It's the first time.
I had to come in and say something. No, I had to come in and say something. I had to respond to Rick because, dude, like, what do you call it? Like, I understand you might get a priority rate, but bro, they're not gonna hold every single order for you. You know, yeah, you might get a priority, but dude, I'll get the second order. It's so good. Like you know what I mean? Like, I don't have to stress myself. Did you hear what Kimmy said? Like the shit that she was going through, like this, you know what I mean? Like, she was killing herself. It was miserable. You know what I mean? Like she was, I guess she was doing it for a test. Like, dude, like she could easily cherry pick and make the same money and get the same kind of orders. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. If you want to, you know what I mean? If you want to kill yourself to have the priority, it's all good. You just got to remember not to be greedy, bro. That's the only thing. As long as you're not greedy, you'll get what you want, bro. That's the main thing. You got to be able to share with others, and that's what it is. They're not just gonna hold big orders just for the top dashers. Like, how many top dashers are there? Like, if there's one top dasher, if he's busy, you know, they got to distribute those orders. They're not just gonna hold them for top dashers.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, if I didn't get it, it doesn't mean a top dasher got it. It's just that means another driver got it.
Yeah, and that's another thing. That's another reason why I wanted to do this. I'm not on the large order program. And Flex, I actually did what you said to do. Like, I actually called DoorDash and actually spoke to a supervisor. They would not let me get on the large order program. I don't know whether it's a New Jersey thing, until I was top dasher, because they were going from the months prior and not current months. So they wouldn't even consider me until I became top dasher.
But it has nothing to do with the top dasher. The requirement, I know the requirement. See, it's you just have to cancel that guy and go to the next one. You just got to keep trying. Yeah, I'm telling you, the guy with the chickens, he was really cool. He was laughing. I had a conversation with him. It was cool.
Well, they said on the second that I can reapply and I'll get in right away, just based off of my metrics, because they had all my metrics when I called, and they said you're just going to have to wait until the second and then you can get on. But my main goal was to get onto the large order program to see. Yeah,
that's the main thing. You just need to get in the large order program. That's the main thing. That's when they start sending you catering orders.
Well, that's my goal. I just want to.
But you still, I believe you still receive big catering orders, though, right?
No, I don't. It's a very, very rare occasion if I get a catering order. I think I.
But you still get it occasionally, but you still get it.
Yeah,
And
occasionally.
and
Like,
remember, just because you're gonna get in a large order program, it doesn't mean that they're gonna have them just like that back. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
is there a lot of businesses by you over there?
Oh my God, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
we'll
lots
see.
of
We'll see
businesses.
once you get on it. Once you get on it, hopefully it will change up.
I'm hoping.
Hopefully.
I don't know. Like I said, I can't complain because of my area. I live in a fantastic area and I'm extremely grateful for it. It's just, how much I hate to say, you talk about greed, but I feel like I'm greedy by saying this. Like, this is my goal. Can I achieve more in less hours so I can be home more with my family, with, life in general? Like, how do I how do I work less and gain more? That's kind of my whole experiment behind all this.
Oh yeah, you got to find something that's like working from home type of deal, or establish some kind of a business. That you sit in your buns and just collect every month or every week.
Yeah, I couldn't do that either. I'm not a sit at home type of person.
But you know what I mean, like the business. If that was the thing, like you have to establish some kind of a business to where, and then you have free time to do other things.
Yeah. So I don't know. Stay
But
tuned, find out. But I did take your advice about the large order program, and maybe you're right. I just need to find the right person. But I have
just
not found that right person yet.
remember, like when you call, like sometimes when something happens in an order and you're trying to get reimbursed, it is like pulling teeth out of somebody to try to get reimbursed. It's not always the first agent that is willing to help you. Like sometimes, like it's not my fault, and I want to get fully paid out for this order. Some agent will do it. Some agent will do it. Some agent's like, no, I can only give you half a pay. I'm like, dude, but like, go speak to your supervisor. Like, I'll get on him. I'll try to get a supervisor, and I'll get money out of him. Like just
Yeah.
it's a matter of like who wants to do their job. Like not all of them want to do their job. They get paid per hour. They don't get paid per dasher. To speak to a dasher, you get paid. They get paid per hour. Sit on their buns and chew on their thumbnails.
Yeah. And
So some
and it's
some are willing to help just to get up ranking, to maybe get paid more or something, whatever it is. But some are not willing to help.
yeah, I had to fight like that contract violation. I went through, I think, 2 or 3 supervisors before I got one that just said okay and just removed the contract violation. So you really do, and your advice is right. Um, you have to fight. You have to fight sometimes too
And
for what you believe
yes,
in.
and sometimes you have to like don't let them know that like you don't know how it works. You have to like
Oh, you have to play
you
stupid.
kind of like gotta tell them like, hey, you have to do this, this, and this, so I could get this. It's like, oh snap, they kind of know what I need to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And it's like they're waking up and like, all right, I need to do this because they might know a little too much.
yeah. Darn that DoorDash. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe we can compare. Maybe we can compare. Maybe I can do like a whole day of DoorDash, and we can compare notes.
You just got to cherry pick, You just got to cherry pick. Sometimes it could be your day. Sometimes it's not. Like sometimes I get decent orders. Sometimes I don't.
Yeah,
Some days I call it an open flow.
yeah,
Sometimes it's an open flow, and orders are coming in like hotcakes. Sometimes you got to sit there and wait. It all depends what DoorDash decides to do with their either the algorithm or whatever this they decide to do with their app. However they decide to let it flow, whether they just keep it open for everybody or they decide to, let's say if we go by stats, so if they activate something and they go by stats, give it to all the top dashers priority first, or you get what I'm saying? I'm sure there
yeah,
there is something that they open up because I could kind of see it. Some days it's like, hey, everything for everybody, and sometimes it's like, sit there and wait. There's a couple of garbage ones. Nah, sit
yeah,
there and wait. Maybe it's just people not ordering or whatever it is.
yeah. Cherry picking, is going. I think in my case is going to be the key to all of this. Like, I really want to see how good my cherry picking skills are when it comes to, Top Dash or a large order program, and like how it really works in my area. And I went through a week or so without it, so like I am like dying to cherry pick away and get back down to like my 6%.
Yeah. I know everybody wants to make content for their channel and like show it to their people. And I think like one person was good enough, just like for instance like UDL, it's like they were just sending a guy like trash after trash,
Yeah.
And I feel bad, and like it's at one point UDL was like talking like to the bot, yo, send me, I'm sending you this. It was funny.
Hold on, get the driven dad in here.
Nice, Tony. What's up?
Hey, Tony, what's going on?
Hey, give me a second here.
Okay. But yeah,
because I know Tony has acquired a suit as well, so just waiting for the reset, right? I'm assuming.
Yeah, I have to say though, like I'm not naive to know, like I'm still gonna get crap. Like if a top dasher, you're still gonna get crap, no matter whether you're a top dasher or you're a regular dasher. You're still gonna get crap, no matter what's coming out of it.
Yeah, they got to distribute those orders. They're not just gonna hold them specifically. It's like, hey, we got this available. When she's available, send it to her. If she decides to take it, she'll take it. Not, they'll pass it on to another dasher.
I still feel like with DoorDash, like all your stars have to be aligned some days in order to make like some of those really good days. I'm like, okay, the stars are aligned today. I guess it's my day.
Well, that's why I do my thing every day, because you never know when it's your day. So I just work throughout the day and I try to get whatever I get.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like we're laying bricks or anything like that. That's why I'm able to kind of like work all day, and I stay around the crib so that way I could go home and lay down and maybe decline some stuff from the house instead of sitting in a car somewhere 30 miles away.
Yeah, it's smart. It's very, very smart. It should be, like I said,
that's if you have that opportunity. I'm just happy to be lucky to have these kind of restaurants or whatever around my area. Not everybody has that kind of laid out for them. So
yeah, I'm kind of the same way too. Like I'm by a hot spot all the time. So no matter whether I start at home or I start near a hot spot, like I know I'm still going to get orders regardless. I'm just kind of I'm very fortunate, just like you are. So, I know a lot of people, especially there might even be people in the chat that actually have to drive 20 minutes, a half hour in order to
receive something. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, I still think it's, I'm still going to get crap. Crap is crap. And believe me, I took a lot of crap these past 2 days and I'm over it.
Hey, Cam, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you.
Yeah, we hear you good.
What's going on,
All
Tony?
right, just sitting at soccer practice right now, and signal wasn't good when I was here last week.
So where are you at? Are you at 100 yet?
You know what? Like I thought would happen, there was an add-on order that happened to me on like order 21 or something that I didn't hear because I was in a loud place.
Man.
So I'm at 99, but I did 100 orders. So it's just not going to be the tippy top. I'm going to be the bottom dasher now because I'm not at 100%. My whole experiment is ruined.
I don't think that really matters though, because all you need is just to enter the program. At the other point, I don't think it matters. I think what really matters is the proximity, bro.
Oh,
like how close or like who's available.
Right.
Like sorry.
I'm just being a little bit literal with the advice that was given so that anybody can see, if you take the advice literal, what it's going to be like. So, I've been doing gig apps since 2017, so it's not like I'm new and somebody's tricking me into doing things,
Yeah.
And I agree with the way that you do things, Flex. I agree with on the rideshare guy Sergio, how he does Uber. Like accepting everything all the time is not necessarily for most people.
It's torture.
Torture for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's why I spread it out over 20 days or whatever. But I ended up doing 10 orders yesterday and 10 orders today, and that was the worst.
Oh, that is the worst.
Dude, like those 10 orders, right? Those 10 orders, that could be like 5 hours, bro.
Bro,
that could be like 5 steak hours, like not even joking, just because of the mileage. Like you never know, like what the mileage. Like it could be like my buddy Jay. He's like, I did 6 orders today in an hour. I'm like, what? My jaw dropped. He said 6. I'm like, what?
Yeah, if you get triple stacks and stuff.
No, he's like 275 half a mile, 375 a mile. Like it was like really quick ones, but
yeah,
it's like how lucky are you gonna be trying to get in those kind of orders?
Yeah, it's
not always
definitely doing this.
Did you get any triple stacked orders during this whole thing?
No, no triple stacks. I did get a double on my 5th trip, so I had to do 6 trips one day. But
see, yeah, that's another thing. They're testing some stuff by you guys. I'm not getting no triples.
I got one last week.
Mm-hmm. See, they're pushing you guys. They're pushing you guys, man. That's messed up. It's like, like these guys are going for this program. It's like, you know what? Let's try giving them a triple now. It's like,
I declined the triple.
How well are they committed for that program?
when I seen a triple was when I was declining down to 0. I never seen one since, and I never seen one before. Besides, like the Walmart ones, obviously.
The last one I saw was right before, like right around Christmas time. And then I saw one last week. I'm like, I didn't even know these still existed. The reason why I actually liked it is because like all 3 restaurants were like literally across the streets from each other. And the drop-offs were like within a mile. So you're talking like a 4-mile order for like $17 once everything was said and done. So it was easy, quick, and all 3 were done in like 20 minutes.
Yeah. I lost my red card at the house or something because I had done a red card order earlier this month. And then I got a Safeway. For my last 2 orders, I got a Safeway mixed with a Maggiano's. And I had to end up dropping it because I couldn't find my card. So now I'm at like 98% on the completion.
I feel like we're very similar, Tony, in like what we went through.
Right, and I got a 4-star. I haven't had a 4-star for like 2 years.
I got during this process. I actually got I can't tell you the last time I got a 1-star, and I got a 1-star, and I'm like, man, if it was one of those 275 orders, I was gonna be mad. But like, you can't tell where it came from. But I've never gotten a 1-star ever until I started, like I did this process.
It's the small offer that got you.
Yeah. Yep.
Usually quality offers, they would give you quality stars.
What I was very surprised to see is how many hand it to me people no-tipped me and looked at me right in the eyes.
You know, that is true. That is true. And you're like, have a good day. And then you're like mumbling in the back of your head, you too.
You should be like, thank you for your tip. And they're probably like, more like,
I send them the message. I send them the message, thanks for your tip. I got a quick story to tell about this. So I was dropping off a no-tip order. And this one just made me mad because I had to go to a high school and do it too, So I'm already mad I'm on the high school. And then I know it's because they're a high school kid. So I dropped it off to them. They're like walking away. I send a text saying, my normal text, it's like, thanks, have a good day. Thank you for your tip or whatever. And then I said, man, that was the most amazing tip I've ever seen. The biggest. And then I get a text. I got a text message or a YouTube notification off of the Baja Blast Boom Boys thing that I put, the short I put up of that. I got a YouTube notification like 3 seconds after I sent that message from John McKillian saying, how did it taste, bro? In my mind, I thought that the kid from the high school texted me that on DoorDash because the YouTube notification and the DoorDash notification looks so similar.
That's funny.
I was like, what? I'm going to go back to that school and get arrested.
Yeah.
Or it's like, what? The kid watches my channel?
Yeah. No, I literally thought that it was sent to me in the DoorDash app, but
That's
I realized it was John's message from YouTube.
It's actually really funny.
It was just too perfect of timing.
Wow. Crazy. So did you notice anything else during like your Top Dasher process that you wouldn't have noticed like otherwise, or any observations besides people doing hand it to me and no tippers?
Right. I think that there's something to say about the DoorDash system trying to keep you at an average. So I bet you if I crunch all my numbers, it's going to end up being close to $20 an hour and close to $1 a mile.
You know, I haven't analyzed it that far yet to really see what it actually ended up doing. I'll be honest. I'm like, I just need to get this done. So I just like, I'm like, I need to get this done. I need to get this done. So I didn't really analyze anything yet from this experience. But I can see how that could be.
That's just my experience of doing it over a whole month rather than a few days. It just seems like it wants to keep you just high enough that if you weren't trying to be super profitable and you're just doing it part-time, that you wouldn't even really know that there's a better way to do it.
Wow. Yeah, the other night I had kids try to play troll. They thought they were trying to, play the whole switcheroo where I'll order from this address. We'll have you come there and say, oh yeah, we're at another address and can you please deliver it? And I'm like, no, man. And like, we'll give you $50. And he sounded like he was like 15. And I'm like, nope, sorry.
Yeah.
I have to call DoorDash support right now. And they're like, we'll give you $1,000. No joke. And I'm like, dude, what are you
All right,
on right
here's
now?
my Cash App. Here's my Cash App. Prepay.
But it was
I know, right?
it was actually really funny. And I'm like, sorry, I have to call support. Have a good night.
Yeah, I had that. They didn't do it on purpose, but this kid ordered from his work, which is an AMC. And he, this was my second to last order. He's like, oh man, his coworkers are like, that idiot. They're clowning him the whole time I was on the phone with him. And then he's like, here's my address. So I put it into the GPS. I was like, oh, heck no, I'm not driving another 21 minutes.
Jesus. It's like 10 miles.
Yeah,
it was 9.7 miles. And so I called DoorDash and they were like, we'll call him. That's out of the range. And so I just left it at his work because DoorDash told me to. Took a picture and he had to come get it.
Now I got free McDonald's for the night, and it was funny. It was a big McDonald's order. It was like 4 meals of McDonald's. I'm like, oh man, that's a lot of McDonald's.
They're like that one. I seen this video of this DoorDash driver. I don't remember who it was, but their person got mad at him. Maybe it was one of the Reddit reviews or something from Nugs or whoever else does the Reddit reviews. But there was like somebody got McDonald's delivered and McDonald's didn't give them a straw, so the driver gave them one of the straws they had in their utility bag or whatever, and it wasn't a McDonald's straw. And the guy was so pissed because he said he was live streaming and now he doesn't have a McDonald's straw, and he's gonna look like an idiot without the McDonald's straw. It's a Chick-fil-A straw. What's wrong with you?
Well, you're gonna look like an idiot regardless.
You're probably in your mom's basement. That's already idiot enough.
Yeah. Wow. That's just crazy. Did you guys, and Flex, you might have saw this article. Did you see the article that Rutgers football team last year spent $450,000 on DoorDash?
No.
So it was released this week that the Rutgers football team, it's a Division I football team, spent $450,000 on just DoorDash alone between practices, games. If they were quarantined, it was like something absolutely like ridiculous. I'm like, but man, if I was a dasher, I'd be sitting outside the athletic field nonstop trying to get some of the large orders. And like they were saying that they were almost abusing it because they were even ordering from like Florida and other states. So when they went home, they were still using their DoorDash account to order food.
Oh, so it wasn't like Rutgers was trying to do that. The student athletes were just taking advantage of the system.
I think it was a little bit of both. I don't know athletic departments well enough to talk about that. I'm assuming there was some sort of budget for something like this. I just don't think it was probably $450,000 worth of a budget from the football team.
You'd be surprised because those athletes get paid now. So any sort of benefit you can throw their way to make them come to your school rather than the other.
Yeah, but whole team, $450,000. But I'm thinking as a driver, I'm like, man, if I lived closer to Rutgers, I'd be like sitting right outside the athletic field nonstop, seeing if I can get some of those orders.
Let me talk to the head honcho here and set up my dumpling account. We'll just run it through that.
But it's funny because at the end of the article, this is like the kicker of it all. They're like, okay, they dropped DoorDash this year. They're going to Grubhub because it's cheaper. And I'm like, what do they do? Have a Prime membership?
Right. I'll move over to Rutgers for the season just to make $400,000 through dumpling.
Right?
I'll follow them to their games too. I'll do all of it. That's $500,000.
Yeah, it was a crazy amount of money. But then I'm also thinking, is it really a crazy amount of money despite how much? It's not like a football player is going to order a $2 cheeseburger from McDonald's and go, I'm full.
Right. They're getting that bag of McDonald's that you got for free.
Pretty much. They're probably getting like 4 bags.
And they're not doing McDonald's. They're doing like at least some steak place probably.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably. They're probably doing, I don't know whether anybody has, we have like Char Steakhouse. There's a couple of them in New Jersey, but they're like really expensive. That's interesting, Josh. Have you ever delivered to the Phillies? I'm just curious.
All right, guys, I'm going to slide out. I'm going to go eat my Juicy Lucy. I started up my thing.
Flex, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it.
No doubt. We'll see you guys later.
Come back
Keep
soon,
Flex
okay?
free.
You got it. Later, buddy.
See ya.
Bye, Flex. So, Tony, anything else that you can think of through your Top Dasher experience?
Well, I'm going to definitely do a recap video with the breakdowns and everything, so people can like plug in their gas mileage to the amount of miles I did, decide what kind of investment it would take if they do decide they want to do that path. I'm not going to promote it or not promote it, to be honest, because I want to stay unbiased. I guess eventually I'll have a bias because I'll either do it or I won't the next month.
Right.
But I'm not going to encourage or discourage somebody from trying to make money the way they want to. But if they ask me for my advice, I'll give them what I think.
Yeah, I think that's my goal, is to really give an honest opinion on how it works for me in my market and the way I multi-app, just because it has to work with what I'm doing and how I work. And I think that's kind of the, whether you're going for it or whether you're not going for it, whether you're Top Dasher or not Top Dasher, like I feel like it's how you work and, how it works towards your benefit. And I think that's, that's kind of what I'm looking for out of this.
Yeah, for sure. And like, I don't know, I don't want to down somebody for dashing or Ubering or Grubhubbing, whatever your apps are, doing it the way you want to do it, as long as you're not trying to make me an employee and complain about being not an employee. I don't have a problem with how anybody does their work. Like, we're all independent contractors. We can decide for our own selves how we work, why we want to work that way, and what makes us feel fulfilled in what we're doing. So that's just my opinion on it. And as long as you're not forcing me to become an employee, which I left being an employee to be an independent contractor, that's the only thing that I will have an opinion about.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to dashing now anytime.
Yeah, I haven't been using DoorDash, to be honest, but for sure to see how this would affect how Lisa works, because she does use DoorDash. Well, if I get into the large order program, I'll probably keep my lunch shift on DoorDash and just cherry pick between good rideshare and large order program orders.
Yeah, I'm hoping, like I said, I'm hoping large order program really helps me and see what, and cherry picking large order program and cherry picking and kind of see how it works. And that was going to be like my question to you, like how I know you are like you do a lot of rideshare and how you're going to work DoorDash into like your rideshare, but I guess you kind of answered that by just saying you're going to work a lot of it during your lunch shift. Is rideshare busier in the morning or during the evening?
It's busy pretty much all morning until lunchtime, and then about dinner time it picks back up again. Maybe around like 3 o'clock it picks back up, but the way that Uber changed their upfront pricing for the rideshare side, I can really stay in a tight perimeter, keep my miles low, not necessarily because of expenses, because I have a rental. But as far as not having to waste time charging, if I could do a full 12 hours on one charge, that'd be great. So
that's
large
awesome.
order program might help me do that, make my $400 to $500 in 12 hours without having to drive to the airport.
How far away is the airport from you guys?
Well, just from the entrance road to the airport alone is 14 miles.
Oh, okay.
So round trip in and out is 28 miles.
Okay.
Depending on where, like from where I'm at, I'm like 30 miles from the airport.
Okay, I'll say it's not horrible. Like for me, if I were to ever do rideshare and think about airports, like the closest airport would be Newark or like Philly, and each one of them is probably about 40 to 50, 60 miles away. So like airports are almost like out of my equation. So when I hear that, I'm like, oh, that's not bad.
Well, if you got an airport run on a Lyft Black or Uber Black going 60 miles, you'd want to take that for sure. That'd be like $250 minimum. Not including a tip.
Wow, really? Wow.
Yeah. Like I did one last night, a Lyft Lux. It went 30 miles, I made $90, and I did that in 30 minutes.
That's making bank for you.
Yeah, that saved my day. That made up for my $80 that I made on DoorDash in 10 orders.
Oh, I just I cringe. When I stopped Monday and I was done, I'm like, I am not doing DoorDash for the next 2 days. Thank God. I was so over taking a DoorDash order. I'm like, I'm over it. I need my own DoorDash vacation for the next couple of days until I'm there and I get that email
until
saying,
they send that email.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm
welcome
done.
to the Top Dasher. I've gotten that email several times actually.
I have never been Top Dasher ever, so yeah, probably since the day I started. That's probably the last time that this chick has seen 100, well, not even 100, 99% acceptance rate.
Right. they didn't have Top Dasher, and they also paid different. So
yeah. So stay tuned and find out. Okay, Tony, I'm going to be wrapping it up because we are approaching our hour. Thank you so much for being here and taking time out from your soccer game. I feel bad taking you away from the soccer game.
Oh, we're at soccer practice, so.
Oh, soccer practice. I'm going to say, who's winning?
Yeah. They're all winning. They're learning right now, I guess so.
Oh,
they're not being top dashers, though. All right.
Okay, Tony, thank you so much.
I'll check your channel out for the wrap up.
Okay, sounds good. I'll talk to you later. Okay, so thank you, Tony and Flex, for being here. So Top Dasher, it should be an interesting month. I can't wait to talk to you guys again next Tuesday, because then I will have hopefully a couple of days as Top Dasher, and I can give you kind of my first impressions on what I'm seeing. Obviously, you guys will see videos coming out from me when I become Top Dasher and all through the week. So stay tuned. I'm excited to share it with you guys. I'm excited to give you my honest feedback, my honest opinion, and honest orders that are coming through. So it should be a very interesting week. You get the notice. Top Dasher second. Okay, not on the first. Thank you, Speedy Red. I know you're going for your second month in a row of being Top Dasher, so we can compare notes. But yeah, so it's a second. Here I come, and I will give you guys give it to you as it's coming. But guys, thank you so much for being here tonight. I know I haven't said it yet. If you haven't done it already, don't forget to give this live a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next Tuesday. Don't forget to come and be with me. I'm here every Tuesday at 8 p.m. So guys, if you're driving, please stay safe and healthy. Remember, kindness is always free. Love you guys, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye, everyone. Peace out.